Hello, my name is Caron Wykle. I live here in Cleveland, Ohio. Actually, I live in Solon, which is a suburb of Cleveland. But I've been living in Cleveland all my life. And I work for the state of Ohio, and have been doing that for a long time as well. But I'm thrilled to be here to read this book for you because I love the creative arts and in every aspect. I do musical theater here in Cleveland. Actually, at the Beck Center was where I got my start. And I've also gotten involved in some ballroom dancing, which is fun. So that's why I'm not really surprised at myself that I wrote a book, a children's book. And what inspired me was a couple summers ago, just laying out in my backyard and looking at all the beautiful trees that we have, it just dawned on me that what would happen if only one leaf didn't change into those beautiful fall colors, you know, the reds and the oranges and the yellows. I mean, it's beautiful. But what if one leaf didn't change? It stayed green. And so I was telling my mom about that, and she's like, you know what, you should write that down, write some notes and elaborate on that. And so that's what I did, and here we go. It turned into my book, The Last Green Leaf, which I'm excited to read for you now. Spring had arrived, and all the bare trees were starting to bud their little tiny leaves. Some trees had green buds that blossomed into pretty flowers, some white and some pink. This particular tree bloomed white flowers, and as time passed, the flower petals fell off and tiny little leaves were revealed. There was one leaf in particular who was eager to make his appearance. His name was Petey. Petey loved the way the sun touched his face and when the rain would fall because he knew that was going to make him grow. All of Petey's leafy friends were super excited. They talked about the birds and squirrels who lived in their tree, not forgetting the ladybugs and caterpillars and the noisy woodpeckers. He loved listening to the birds sing and the little chirps coming from the newly hatched baby birds, waiting for their parents to bring them food. One day, Rita, the ladybug, paid him a visit. He liked it when she visited. She would always update him on the latest news of things happening in other trees and on the ground. The ground was a great mystery to him. There was a lot of green as far as the eye could see, and the colorful flowers were all in bloom. He always wondered what it would be like down there. Well, spring turned into summer, and Mr. Caterpillar told Petey that he was preparing for a trip, that when he comes back, he will be a beautiful butterfly. Petey thought about when he would change. All his leafy friends said that when the weather changes and the wind and rain get cold, that's when they will change into fall colors. They also said some will be vibrant reds, oranges, and yellow, or a combination of colors. They were excited because it meant that some special human child would pick them up after they have fallen from the trees to the ground. So, as summer passed, the weather began to change, and Petey noticed some of his friends starting to change colors. They were happy, waving about in the wind. Petey also noticed that he was not changing colors. He was still green. He asked his parents why he had not changed colors yet. His mother said, "Don't worry, dear. It will happen soon." The days and weeks passed, and still no change. Many of his friends were already on the ground, being picked up by giggling little children. Then one day, he looked around, and he was the only one left on the tree that was green. Petey was very sad because he was still green. All of a sudden, a really strong wind started to blow. He waved about to and fro, and then it happened. He was released from the tree. He gently floated down to the ground. The sun was shining brightly on this crisp fall day. Some of his colorful, leafy friends were anxiously awaiting giggling children to pick them up. He heard laughter in the distance as the kids were picking up all the fall-colored leaves. But to his surprise, Petey looked up, and a beautiful little girl was staring at him. She had the biggest smile on her face and was calling to her mother to come and see. She asked her mother, "Oh, please, can I have this one? Because it's the only one that is still green." To the girl's delight, her mother said yes. They picked Petey up and took him home, where he was displayed in the cutest little picture frame, admired by the little girl and all her friends. Petey was so happy that he was the last green leaf. The end.